Hi everybody, I'm Jack. This is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me today. Beautiful Friday here in South Alabama to finish off the week. Woke up to some cold temperatures this morning. The weather's been just really nice lately. I'm looking out the window and the azaleas are starting to bloom, so lots of pretty flowers around. But we do have rain coming this weekend. I'm going to get down to Pensacola again tomorrow. Just going to do a day trip. Got to get a few things done. I bought my ticket to Costa Rica yesterday, so now it's official, locked in. April 4th is the return date, getting back home where I can eat like I'm supposed to eat. Anyhow, I want to talk about, I'm going to come clean about the truth about my raw food diet today. What could that be? Anyhow, I do videos every day, so if you're not already subscribed to the channel, please hit that subscribe button now so you can see what's coming up. It's about to get a lot more exciting up in here when I get back down to the tropics, a lot more to share. So subscribe, hit that little bell, and then click send notifications so you'll stay subscribed to the channel. Got a new shirt yesterday too. I'm buying all my own gear just because I like the designs. I'll put a link for this one down below too, but I'm really pleased with the simplicity of this. Adopt, don't shop. Don't buy those puppies and kittens in puppy mill factories or buy them in pet stores where they're just bred like that. Anyhow, the truth about my raw food diet. Am I coming clean today? I can't really hang on. I can't do this thing anymore. I've been lying to everybody. I'm going through the drive-thru at Taco Bell every day. It just wore me down because this is boring, uninspired food. This was just kind of a little bit of a clarification video today. I get questions all the time. I get people making comments all the time, and it's just like, they just say, okay, you just don't get me. And then I understand. I mean, this is, you never know when anybody got on the train. Have people been watching me for years, or have people just are watching the first video? And I can see that. I like to step back sometimes. That's a good way to look at situations. That's a good way to evaluate yourself. Step back outside of yourself without all your programming and preconditioned way of looking at things, or just basically without you in there, and look at things as a uninterested observer. And sometimes when I look at my own videos or things I post or things I say, I can be like, okay, I can understand to some people how this could be seen. I posted something last night, just kind of popped into my head over something else I was working on. There is infinite abundance in simplicity. Take that in just a minute. That's a real simple statement. There is infinite abundance in simplicity. I think what it looks like a lot of times, and especially when I go through my real simple phases, is like I'm kind of restrictive. Or maybe like, well, God, and people look at, I can discern through comments, and I can discern through what people are saying sometimes. It's like, well, God, that's so restrictive. Why are you pushing yourself like that? Why are you trying to be so extreme? And the thing is, that's what I really want to convey to the person, but I can't do it all the time, is that it's not restrictive at all. That I'm living in abundance, that I'm enjoying all the food I eat every day. I don't go to bed at night. I never get to the end of a day unsatisfied. I never struggle towards the end of the day going, okay, I'm real hungry, but I shouldn't eat this, I shouldn't do that. There's no more. The struggle is gone. The struggle's been gone for a long time, pretty much ever since I found this lifestyle. And when people say that, they're coming from, you got to understand, my mindset changed, my taste buds changed. I can understand in your mindset, in a lot of people's mindset that are just living kind of a standard everyday life. You're just trying to get through the day, getting to work, taking the kids to soccer practice, busy, 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 and you're in a different mindset than me. You haven't done this. And it does seem very different than what people have done before, what you're used to eating. But you have to understand, after doing this for almost 6 years, my body has changed a lot. My taste buds have changed a lot. I'm not necessarily saying that even if I'd have kind of, I don't know, how would my body have responded? There have been progressions along the way. If I'd have jumped straight to the way I'm doing things right now, eating enough food in the beginning, I don't know. My body's changed. Ergo, my taste buds have changed. And that's what I've even explained this to people that don't do this lifestyle, that are just mildly curious sometimes, that that's what you don't quite understand, is that when you see me just eating mono-mealing a meal, or not putting, or for other people, they can't understand how I don't put a lot of seasoning, salt, this, that, and the other on food, is because my taste buds have cleared out and I taste the real food. When I eat a mango, I taste life. When I eat all this fruit, I taste life. And you know, even in my creations, when I make recipes, or I'll do a dressing or some sort of a soup or whatever. Well, the soup, I do use quite a lot of natural stuff in there that flavors it up. But in general, it's like my tastes don't need to be covered up, changed, corrupted, whatever. I enjoy everything I'm eating. And this last couple of months that I've been eating really, really simple has just put me back in touch, and has maybe kind of propelled me into another shift, like that next shift, not of trying to be cleaner. See, I never do that. I don't, my body's just kind of, we've had this interesting relationship. Instead of me trying to force things on my body, instead of my body really rebelling hard against things, we've kind of worked together to kind of move down this path at a speed that works for both of us. So one thing I've found in these last couple of months is I've been eating just like crazy simple, you know, mostly bananas. I would say 85 to 90% of my diet so far this year has been bananas, orange juice, throw in some greens and some green smoothies, and some mangoes. And that's pretty much been about it. Now, yeah, I go down to Pensacola and I'll eat something in a restaurant, but then boom, I'm right back on it. Been eating lots of nice cream. Even the simplicity I've found in the last couple of months, I rarely put any flavoring in my nice cream anymore. I just really like the banana flavor. And in this simplicity, the simpler I get, the more simple I get, the better I feel. It's not like I'm restricting myself more, or I'm being extreme, or I'm trying to go further and further. I see that a lot. I see people always trying to kind of up the bar a little bit, and to me that's a little unnatural. None of this is planned out in my head. You know, my body, the body just changes. The cells regenerate. Today, if you start, no matter how bad you've been eating, what you've been doing, if you start a different way of eating today, your body's a completely different body in what, like 7 years? I think there's this certain amount of time certain cells generate this fast, all these cells replace themselves, but you're a different person. So that's the truth about how I eat. There's nothing extreme about it. Now, the truth about it will be, and I'll always like say, hey, to this, is it perfect? Hell no. Is it completely balanced? Am I getting everything I need? I can't 100% say that, because I'm not, you know, just, it's kind of, I don't want to say I do this in a willy-nilly manner, but I just eat a lot of fruits and vegetables, and like I say, I try to kind of keep myself educated, educate more, and fill in the plugs. Okay, ooh, maybe I need to be thinking about this. Haven't been getting. In other words, I don't focus on specific nutrients and whatever, but I do. In other words, I'm not like fanatic about them, thinking about them all the time, but I do sit around and I read stuff, and I do try to educate myself and not just be totally woo-woo. Oh, yeah, dude, I just listen to my body. My body talks to me. There's a balance there. I mean, you know, there are things I read from time to time, like little trace element, like zinc and selenium and stuff, and I'm like, well, those are pretty important. Or I'm just using that as an example. There's different components that from time to time I do decide, hey, well, maybe you aren't getting anything with that in there, or maybe you really should kind of focus on that a little bit. So I fill in the gaps, but the simple works. And if you're continuously, listen, I'm like, I'll finish with this. I don't know, you know, what bedtime stories or what stories people tell their kids anymore, but from when I was a kid, there was a story about the little train that could. Little train that could just kept plugging away. He wasn't going fast. He was just, I think I can, I think I can. Well, I'm just constantly moving along, evolving a little bit more. And I just kind of follow where my body feels like, ooh, okay, well, now I feel like going a little cleaner. Ooh, I don't feel like I need this as much anymore. Ooh, but everything from day one of the first bite I took after I was aware of this lifestyle, it's just continually honed and led me down a path to eating simpler and simpler, to where now, and I've pretty much been doing it here, like I've just got in my head, and you know, you never know how things work out, and I'm sure I'm going to find some good prepared food, and I'm going to want to prepare some food at some time, but I'm really seeing this this next span of time in Costa Rica is being ridiculously uber simple. I want to stick to this. Now, even I start to combine two fruits, and not that there's anything wrong with that. Somebody's going to be like, well, what's wrong with that? Nothing, nothing, nothing. Settle down. Do whatever you want to. I'm just saying that I'm starting to feel those subtleties, and mono meals have become so normal for me now that I see a large portion of the time spent in Costa Rica being done mono meals. If I close my eyes and just kind of know, and I know where I'm going, to the town that I'm going in Costa Rica, so I know the lay of the land there, I just really see my days being mostly mono meals. A lot of mono meals through the day, eating something, you know, maybe a little bit more prepared in the evening. But that's the truth about my diet. The simpler, the better. And it works for me. And you know what? I don't care what anybody tells me. I don't care about, you can send me this link, you can send me that, you can send me what your guru says about it, but your guru may know more about this lifestyle. He may have been doing it longer, but I know more about me. So anyhow, that's just my 2 cents and my take on it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video today. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up. Get out and have a good time this weekend. Spend some time with your family. Hopefully it's starting to warm up a little bit where you are. Hopefully if you were in the path of that nor'easter up in the northeast, I hope you're starting to recover from that. But y'all have a great weekend, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Peace.